prepared for this to be extremely cringy.
Oh god, is this going to be the Jonah Hill one?
My brown nipple will produce white milk
It's
during
the Jonah Hill one. I used to know all of the words to this poem.
Oh no. 22 Jump Street.
When the one girl was talking about her nips and shit.
Okay.
So many people have sent me this.
We've heard of this. I've never actually seen this scene.
I can't believe this is the most mainstream stage we've got.
Oh, it's so bad. I know it's going to be so bad.
Work in progress.
Is a work in progress just another way of saying I wrote this on the way here?
Slam poetry. Yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Waving my hand.
Oh, he's doing the slam bingo card.
Specific point of view on things.
Oh no.
Technique on point.
Jesus cried. Runaway bride. Julia Roberts. Julia Rob.
Oh no.
Boss!
Cynthia. Cynthia. You're dead. You are dead. Bop, boop, beep, bop, bop, boop, bop.
To be fair, though, I have seen this level of quality at some open mics.
I think we've all seen that open micer.
Oh, he actually dropped the mic. Shit.
Deep as fuck.
I entitled
No, not Julia!
I've definitely worn that outfit before.
It's another piss take. Excellent.
Good old Wayne's brothers.
I don't even know what TV show this is.
It reminds me of my parents watching me perform.
Oh, he's rhyming. Great. I'm loving the rhyming.
Loving the beret. Absolutely. Poets always do this with their hands. Doesn't matter where they're from, why they do it.
Yeah. Not the one beat.
No, that was dope. That was dope.
A lot of spoken word needs taking the piss out of, to be quite honest. We need it.
All right. Anyone brave enough to read theirs aloud?
Oh, shit.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, this is a classic.
It's only the best film in the whole world. Here we go. 10 Things I Hate About You. Yes.
He said, oh, here we go. Brave girl tries to impress sad boy.
This is a classic film.
Will I cry? That's the question.
This girl is such a fucking lesbian.
I hate the way you drive my car.
She's also so pretty.
God.
I hate your big dumb combat boots and
cheesy.
the way you read my mind. I hate you so much it makes me sick. It even makes me rhyme.
Huh. Gag.
Rhyme scheme on
I
point.
hate it.
Come
I
on.
hate the way you're
It's
always right.
not a good
I
poem,
hate it when you lie.
but it really serves a
I
purpose
hate
in
it
the
when you make
film.
me laugh.
Don't do
I hate it
this.
even worse when you make
You
me
will
cry.
never be able to enter that classroom without being laughed at
I
again.
hate it when
Don't
you're
do
not
this.
around, and the fact that you didn't call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close.
Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
Heath! Oh, look at him. He's emotional. Oh no, it worked.
Me too, honey. Me too.
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger, man. Legend. You know when the poem hits you so deep that everyone's speechless?
Why were we so moved by this, please?
But how fucking awkward would that have been for literally everyone else in the class?
Drama!
I stand on the corner of the block slinging amethyst rocks,
Oh,
drinking
yes. Yes, Saul.
Oh, such a good movie.
Haven't seen this one.
No, this is coming.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill. Nice.
Whoa.
This is kind of dope though.
Jeez.
Is this supposed to be off the cuff? Because if so, that's huge.
So good.
Hey.
This is great.
Hey.
That was nice, that astrology, stars behind bars line.
Oh. Spoken word battle in prison. Come on. What movie is this?
Like, this is pretty intricate.
This guy is going off. I fucking rate it.
That projection is mad.
Say it so.
Stealing us was the smartest thing they ever did. Too bad they don't teach the truth to their kids. Our influence on them is the reflection they see when they look into their menstrual mirror.
This is fucking dope. I want to know what this is from.
This is fun.
There's no repentance. They are bound to live an infinite consecutive executive life sentence.
Oi, that rhyme scheme.
That was a nice infinite executive consecutive life sentence. That's got so much like assonance and ooh. Ooh.
Connection to realness. 111. That's raw, dude. That is raw. Fuck.
Man, this must have been like so like shit hot, groundbreaking at the time. I have no idea, but
I think this is generally a film that uses spoken words super well and not in a laughable way, which is sadly really rare.
This piece is entitled The Same Parts.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh, RuPaul.
Great. Yes.
I've never seen one do poetry on RuPaul.
This is so good. I used to know all the words to this.
Oh, that. Demise.
I really wish I incorporated some of these techniques in my live performance.
And the teeny fingerless gloves.
I'd love like a poetry drag race where I could just perform poetry looking as amazing as that.
I also fully used to have that haircut.
This is the definition of slay queen.
Deservedly won, I think, this episode.
I haven't heard this before, but it's great. This is great.
The performance value in this is amazing.
Oh, no!
Okay, a good technique, a buy-in from the audience. Like pretty good poetry technique.
It's the best feeling when someone is saying the same words for the poem as you.
That's, yeah.
That tone.
The same words.
I love that.
I like that. That was good.
No, I like that. I rate that still.
Like, this is actually quite well written and obviously beautifully performed. And it works for the room that she's in.
What did you think of them?
yeah, so most of it's been piss takey. I mean, we can't ever hope to like really hope for like a truly accurate representation that does us justice.
I think it's like one of two very myopic ideas, and it's either like Captain Oh My Captain, or it's just kind of like this thing of like the beatnik style that seems to always follow a particular cadence that I think once upon a time would have been referred to as the Def Jam style.
People have very preconceived notions of what poetry might sound like, and watching movies do a take on it is interesting because it's like a cultural snapshot of what's going on at the time.
I do think that most of the time I see poetry in films and TV, it's making fun of it, which, to be honest, I'm not mad at.
Like, to be parodied is to be part of the mainstream. Like, serious music gets parodied all the time, right? And we should not be above that.
We all take ourselves far too seriously and we're far too emotional and horny, and we deserve to be made fun of that.
But then it's sad because you're like, you know, that's the only thing that people have heard or know about spoken word. And we know that we're so much more than that.
Of course, there's truth to stereotypes, definitely. And we can all pick those things up in our own poetry behavior, I guess. But no, I think there's so much more depth and interesting work than what you get to see, unfortunately.
Definitely not reflective of, you know, spoken word poets. Obviously, it's just heightening an image that the public seem to have of us, I guess.
Maybe it's the date that some of these came out, but they don't seem to reflect like what's happening in poetry that I see around me all the time.
It doesn't show the diversity of spoken word, the rawness, the realness.
You got those pieces, right, that change your life that you've heard and I've heard. I'm yet to see a piece like that in a film.
I do think like when films try and do it sincerely and then you watch it back as an adult poet, that it has a bit of a like,
there can be a space for poetry, but it won't be as real as it is live.
I think there's a lot more, like maybe not television and film so much, but there's a lot more alternative media where poetry is getting a real push. Instagram, YouTube. There was a recent documentary hosted by Benjamin Zephaniah, I think, that like just came out, and we're getting a lot more poetry actually in adverts. So it's not hidden.
Would you want to see more poetry featured in films and TV shows?
Yeah, I'd rate to see more poetry in TV shows.
I think it's always good to have more representation of it, like just in general. I mean, across the board, it's something that I think people don't know that much what it is or whether they like it or not. And so when you see things like this, which are sort of sending it up, that is useful. It is still, showing it in some case, but it's not actually rocking your socks off. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, isn't it weird how people like this kind of thing?
The spoken word night is a really like delicate, fragile environment, all right? It's really hard to replicate that in film. And that's why it just looks absurd on film sometimes.
Even recently, there was that whole Life and Rhymes show on Sky Arts, which they hopefully pick up for a season 2. And that's just in London. Imagine what we could do around the whole UK and around the whole world.